Welcome back to Pages with Sidra. Today we're covering Chapter 207 of The Greatest Estate Developer, where the kingdom searches for the Dragon King. Javier risks everything to reach him, and Suho's quiet life takes an unexpected turn after meeting Jiang again. Let's get started. We first see the Grand Palace in the capital city. Inside the palace, the queen is seated on her throne. Ministers are gathered, and Javier kneels before her, showing respect. The queen commands firmly, "Find the Dragon King?" Javier bows his head and replies, "Yes, Your Majesty. In the past, Lloyd Frontera and I borrowed the Dragon King's power to visit his homeland in another world. This time, I wish to ask the Dragon King to open that path once more." The queen narrows her eyes and responds, "Lloyd Frontera entered the gate of reincarnation. No one knows what form he reincarnated into, or where. You understand that, right?" Javier nods and answers, "Yes, it's only a possibility that he returned to his homeland." The queen presses further, "Do you really think that's likely?" Javier admits, "No, I don't. However, Lloyd Frontera always took risks, betting on even the slightest chance." The queen falls silent for a moment, thinking deeply. Then she declares, "The kingdom of Magentano will do everything in its power to help you find the Dragon King. Report everything that has happened until now." Javier explains, "I retraced my memories to find the path to the Dragon King's lair. But after months of wandering, I couldn't locate it. I believe it's hidden by a powerful magic barrier, using spatial distortion." We then see Magentano's magicians, working tirelessly, trying to detect and break the barrier. One of them mutters, "Maybe mere humans like us cannot break this barrier. But in that case, we must find out how the heroes of old once reached his lair and earned the Dragon King's favor." Another magician agrees, "Very well. We'll investigate every document related to the ancient heroes and pursue every possible lead." The scene shifts to villages, where Magentano's soldiers are traveling from place to place, searching for any hints about reaching the Dragon King. One soldier exclaims in surprise, "A dragon access pass? Where did that hero get it?" Another soldier rushes to his commander and reports, "Commander, we've discovered a village where the legend of the access pass still remains. But they say it's already been destroyed." The commander immediately gives the order, "Then find out who created it." The scene shifts to Frontera territory. The once wrecked buildings, destroyed during the battle with the Hell King, have now been completely rebuilt. A banner hangs high reading, "Congratulations on returning, Lloyd Frontera." But the banner is old, its ropes worn out. Slowly, the threads snap, and the banner begins to fall. It drifts through the air and finally touches the ground. At that moment, Byron gives an order, initiating replacement operation. Workers quickly step forward, carrying a brand new banner and a fresh pole to replace the old one. The scene shifts again, this time to snowy mountains. Javier is seen walking through the heavy snowfall, his cloak fluttering in the cold wind. In his thoughts, he reflects, "No one in Frontera doubts your return, Kim Suho." Back in Frontera, workers carefully raise the new banner, fixing it firmly into place, replacing the old and worn one. Meanwhile, Javier keeps climbing through the snow, determination in his eyes. He continues to think, "I also have no doubt that we will find you. You taught us that to achieve a goal, we must always look forward." Suddenly, a deep voice echoes through the snowy mountains. How did a human find this place? Javier freezes, turning sharply toward the sound. From the shadows of the mountains, a figure appears. It's Tyrannus Verka's father. His eyes narrow in surprise as he mutters, "You are." The scene then shifts far away to Earth. We see Kim Suho, preparing for work. Inside the bathroom, he stares into the mirror, his expression stern and tired. Slowly, he raises his left hand and brushes his hair back, styling it the same way he once wore it during his days as Lloyd. But after a pause, he lets it fall back into his usual style, not like Lloyd's, just his own. He stares at his reflection in silence. The scene shifts to a tall company building, where Suho works. Inside, we see him seated across from an older man, his superior at the company. The old man greets him with a cheerful voice. "Oh, Manager Suho, you're here? Have a seat." "Oh wait. No, I should be calling you Team Lead Kim Suho now." Suho blinks in confusion. "Sorry? Team Lead what?" The old man chuckles, settling into his chair as he explains. You heard me right. It was decided yesterday, in a meeting with all the department heads. Suho, you're now the team lead for our new business team. You know how conservative this place is, don't you? But even they can't ignore you, the youngest team lead. Even those old-timers have to respect you, because they know exactly how much profit you've brought in. Ha ha. Suho listens quietly, his face unreadable. After a long pause, he lowers his head slightly and murmurs, "Thank you." The old man stops, staring at him for a moment. "That's it. I thought you'd finally smile this time." Suho's expression stays heavy, his tone subdued. "I'm sorry." The old man sighs softly. "No, it's not like I'm complaining. But my friend, being good at work isn't everything. With that gloomy face of yours, you'll stay alone forever. Remember that employee who used to follow you around? She even said she liked you. She only misunderstood because you never responded." The scene shifts away to a bustling city outside. Car horns echo in the background as Suho steps out of the building, walking silently along the busy street. Suddenly, his phone rings. Reaching into his side bag, Suho pulls out his phone. His eyes widen as he reads the message on the screen. It's from his best friend, Jae-go. The message simply says, "Still alive." The scene shifts to a cozy restaurant. On the grill, the cook carefully lays strips of beef, the sizzling sound filling the room. At a nearby table, Suho and his best friend, Jae-go, sit side by side, watching as the meat cooks. Jae leans in with a playful smile. "Remember? I said I'd buy you meat once you became someone like me. Well, today's the day." He grins wider, making a goofy face that reminds Suho of Lloyd. "Honestly, I thought you'd never get to taste beef without me around. And if you even think about bragging, saying you got promoted to manager at a big company? Oh no, I won't let that slide." Ha ha ha. Suho chuckles faintly, his lips curving into the smallest smile. "You know, I've actually never even seen beef before." Jae freezes, his eyes twitching in disbelief. Why? Is your salary that low?" Suho shakes his head, smiling softly. "No, I was waiting for you to treat me. I always knew I'd succeed. I wanted to share this with you." For a moment, Jae falls quiet, staring at him in silence. Then, with another exaggerated grin, he laughs out loud. "Huh? Sweet talk like that, huh? Are you expecting me to get you more high-quality beef? Fine. I'll order 10 more servings for that cheekiness." Ha ha. "So, tell me, what have you been up to? I'm curious, man." Suho pauses again, his face turning serious. Gathering his courage, he finally says in a low voice, "I had a very interesting dream." Jae raises an eyebrow. "A dream?" Suho nods, his eyes distant. "I dreamt of possessing a side character in a novel. And when I opened my eyes..." From there, Suho begins to tell his friend everything. The incredible journey he experienced, how he became Lloyd, the hardships he endured, the victories he fought for, the allies he met, Javier, Queen Irene, and so many more. He even describes his final battle, the unimaginable struggle against the King of Hell. Hours pass as the two friends talk, laughing, reacting, and sharing stories. For the first time in a long while, Suho's gloomy face is gone. He speaks with a wide, genuine smile, his voice alive with excitement. Finally, with fire in his eyes, Suho recounts the climax of his tale. "And then, the King of Hell tore off my arm. But no chance. I wrapped my leg around that bastard's waist and hurled us both straight into the gate of reincarnation. Together." As Suho continues recounting his dream, Jaeong's cheerful expression slowly fades. His posture straightens, his face suddenly serious. Noticing the shift, Suho falters mid-sentence. He forces a weak smile and says awkwardly, Sorry. I must have sounded like some cringy Chiyuni teenager, spouting nonsense like that. That dream, it was pretty childish, wasn't it?" "Huh." But Jaeong's voice cuts through with calm certainty. "Hey, that wasn't just a dream, was it?" Suho freezes. His fake smile trembles before fading away. For a long moment, he says nothing, then forces out another reply. "It was all just a dream, of course. I'm logical to the core. I couldn't make up something like that, even if I tried." But Jaeong interrupts, his tone firm. "No, all of that actually happened to you." Suho stares at him, stunned into silence. Slowly, a single tear escapes his eye. He quickly turns his face aside, trying to hide it, his voice trembling as he mutters, "If that wasn't a dream, Then what else could it be? Something like that could never happen in real life. Instead of laughing, Jiang only smiles gently. Who knows? Maybe for you, this world is the dream, and that novel's world is the real one. I told you before, I've always felt like you didn't quite belong here. You've always seemed like an exhausted hero, carried over from another world. Suho wipes his tears roughly, trying to mask his emotions, but his voice cracks as he answers. Hero, my foot. I'm just a side character. An extra. Jiang meets his gaze with a steady, serious expression. A hero doesn't always have to be the protagonist. Those words linger between them, heavy with meaning. Suho turns to look directly at his friend, listening intently. Then Jiang leans forward with a knowing smile. Hey, about that Javier guy you mentioned, you really think that's the end of him? Suho tilts his head, confused. Huh. Jiang smirks, his eyes shining. To me, it doesn't seem like the kind of man who'd just sit back and do nothing. If it's him, wouldn't he use any means necessary to find you? At that moment, the scene shifts. Somewhere else, far from this quiet restaurant, Javier stands tall in a hall overflowing with gold and jewels. Before him, lounging on a lavish sofa, rests the Dragon King, Verkis. Javier lowers his head respectfully and speaks with unshakable resolve. Please, send me to Seoul. Verkis' eyes widen in shock. Huh. And that wraps up Chapter 207 of The Greatest Estate Developer. Things are heating up with the Dragon King and Javier's bold request, while Suho's real-world story is just starting to shift in unexpected ways. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more chapter breakdowns every week. And a special thank you to all the amazing members who joined my channel. Your support truly means the world and helps me keep making these videos for you. See you all in the next one.